Alright, so we are going to use inverse trig functions to find our angle measures. So if I look at A, say I want to solve for A first, this is my opposite and this one's my adjacent. So I can use the tangent of A and I can set that equal to my opposite over adjacent here. So at this point, what I need to do, since I don't know what A is, I need to take the inverse tangent of the left side and the inverse tangent of the right side. So the inverse tangents cancel out and I'm left with A, and I've got the inverse tangent of 7 over 6. So if I go ahead and plug that in, I do the inverse tangent of 7 over 6, and that gives me A is equal to 49.399. So I'll leave it at that. So it's that, and it is in degrees. So now if I change my reference point, or the point that I'm trying to find, that angle, I now have this side being the opposite and this side being the adjacent. So I can set up that the tangent of B is equal to the opposite over adjacent, or 6 over 7. So same thing like I did before, I can do the inverse tangent of both sides. And the reason why we do that is to get rid of the tangent on the left, and so I'm left with just B is equal to the inverse tangent of 6 over 7. And I go ahead and hit that on my calculator. And I get B is equal to 40.600 degrees. And actually it's 601 degrees. And what's nice about this is if I wanted to double check my work for this one, if I did all of them added together, so say I wanted to see if I did it right because I know that it has to equal 180, I would do the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B and plus the measure of angle C, and I'd want to see if it equals 180 degrees. Well, A is 49.399, B is 40.601, and C is exactly 90 degrees. And so I punch that in on my calculator, and what I'm going to end up with is 180 degrees equals 180 degrees. And more specifically, these two that aren't the 90, those ended up adding up to 90 degrees. So that's a good way to check our work in a problem like this.